What's up, all you Ghostbusting dudes and dudettes? ToyShiz here, and I got a really awesome, fresh look for you guys today, courtesy of Diamond Select Toys. New York Comic-Con is upon us, officially starting today, October 3rd, goes through the 6th, all weekend. We're going to have some great new reveals and toys and comics and news and movie news and whatever else, but Diamond Select sent over their exclusive New York Comic-Con 2019, The Real Ghostbusters Scared Mr. Staypuft figure, and I could not be more stoked. You give me any franchise, anything. I mean, we got Triple Force Friday and all kinds of stuff coming up, but you give me Ghostbusters and you got my attention, baby. And this is, of course, the Scared Mr. Staypuft figure. A lot of people would say, he's not really that scared in the whole cartoon. More in the movie, right? At that pivotal scene, right? When the whole, fire bursts out with Gozer and, all that kind of stuff. So I am going to say that this Scared Mr. Staypuft is actually right before Staypuft Marshmallow Man gets suckered in by the trap at the opening credits of the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. And that's what I'm saying it is, and that's what it is. But this gorgeous packaging, as you can see, it's all purple. It's got the whole Real Ghostbusters motif on it. And then, of course, you can open it up. It's got these little Velcro things, and you can see it all. Mr. Staypuft right there. Really nice Real Ghostbusters. I absolutely love this. They even got a really nice little bio on the back if you want to go ahead and read that. So we'll get them out of the packaging. Sit back, relax, let's have a nice time. This is the Diamond Select New York Comic-Con 2019, the Real Ghostbusters exclusive, the Scared Mr. Staypuft figure. Here's old Mr. Staypuft out of the packaging, and he is adorable. How could you pass up a cute little scaredy cat face just like this one? I know this is a repaint. Actually, it's a new head portrait. And this was designed by Yuri Taming and sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. And I think they did a great job. You can't give me enough Real Ghostbusters, especially when you say it's the Real Ghostbusters, but it might be kind of Ghostbusters at the same time. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But he looks awesome. And I loved what Diamond Select did with their Real Ghostbusters figures. I can't tell you enough. I would have loved to have seen more ghosts and stuff from the actual cartoon show, sure. But Staypuft, he's a staple. But it is up to you. This is a limited edition. This is 500 made, available only at New York Comic-Con for this weekend. He won't be released anywhere else. But in terms of just that head portrait, he's scared, all right. That's pretty cool. And I will say, I think the only thing off is just a little bit of the paint. The Marshmallow Man himself, he's got this really nice kind of blue tinge to him that the other Marshmallow Man figures have had. However, just in terms of the line work with the paint along his collar, oatmeal jacket, whatever you want to call that, with his little scarf, it gets really sloppy, as you can see. Yeah, see the paint is kind of moving out. The red is bleeding a little bit. It's got some washes of black. The face is painted actually really, really nicely. I like it. He looks scared. The articulation, what I had kind of pointed out before on the previous Marshmallow Man fresh look that I did, is that you get a lot of gappage right here, and sometimes, and it looks like it's already kind of happened, it gets kind of chewed up right there, right below the base of his neck. So just keep that in mind. Just all the way around, I mean, he's got these big Winston tire feet, going on. So the articulation is at the head. He goes up, down, left, right, nothing at the hat. And you get a good range of motion out of him. You know what I mean? You can throw his head back like, oh no, like Mr. Bill. For articulation in the shoulders, that works pretty well. He's got it at the elbows and then at the wrists. So it all works. His legs right there, it gets some pretty good articulation out of that. And then the base of the feet move. Nothing, let's say, at the knees. But limited articulation. But again, it's a Real Ghostbusters figure. And I'm so happy to have it. I absolutely, it's just one of those cherished toy lines for me. And to see it now in this day and age, it's few and far between until maybe another company takes over next year. We'll see how that's going to go. But I do love this guy. I think he's great. Let's pair him up with the other Marshmallow Man and take a look. Here he is paired up with the first release of the Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters Staypuft Marshmallow Man. And as you can see, the body types are the exact same. It's just that the head portraits have changed. But yeah, you get some alternate looks to the old Staypuft. I have found some rather large Staypuft Marshmallow Man, especially at the Walmart. They have this really cool plush, huge Staypuft. But this one is more in terms of what Kenner released, and I like that they're emulating that. So in that sense, I think he looks pretty cool. Just one last look. This would be, let's say, the second. So the Scared Mr. Staypuft is, of course, the third head portrait, but this is the Angry Mr. Staypuft from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive with all the Citizen Ghost Ghostbusters. I haven't gotten to open it yet, but it's awesome. So in that sense, you got to get him, especially the Ghostbusters itself. What did you do, Ray? And here he is matched up with the Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters Ray stance. And as you can see, the height scale is 7 inches for Ray. And Mr. Staypuft will clock in just under the 8-inch mark. So it's a nice, hefty, heavy, bulky figure. And he's available only this weekend at New York Comic-Con. You can pick him up at the Diamond Select booth for $20. Again, it's a very limited figure, only 500 made. So if you want one, definitely go and get him. I think it's going to be a great addition to your Ghostbusters / the Real Ghostbusters collection shelf. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you at New York Comic-Con? Will you be grabbing this figure? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk all things Real Ghostbusters. I'm very stoked. Thank you again to Diamond Select for showing him off. I think it's going to make a great addition to everything Ghostbusters, so definitely go and grab one if you can. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, next year, it's going to be Ghostbusters Palooza, and I cannot wait. So what better way to start it off than with a New York Comic-Con exclusive? Just saying. And what do? Let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.